see how AI can help in solving problems. So nowadays we are really focusing on using models to try to find vulnerabilities in software, and in particular in source code for us. So we have those models analyze the code that is being used to run these things, and to try automatically vulnerabilities. And we are particularly interested in trying to evaluate in an objective way the result of those models, because we have entered a world in which the models that you try to evaluate have been trained on all the data that was available in the world. And that makes it for a very bad way of evaluating a model, because when you ask a question to the model, probably it was trained on that question already. So what it's giving you is not really the answer he's coming up with, but rather the answer he has learned. And that's very bad, because you want the model to be able to give you an answer to something it has not learned yet. It's pretty useless to just fill out things that are already in the book, basically. So that's one of the focus of our research. And the other focus is really to look at the vulnerabilities that are coming from the model themselves. So how to attack AI agents so that they start doing things that they are not supposed to do. Because as we deploy these models everywhere, we are also introducing new vulnerabilities that we will need to protect against.
Do you have any advice or suggestions for the high schooler when they're using AI?
Well, I don't know. You need to learn how to use these models. I wouldn't tell you don't use them. You need to know how to use them properly. Don't trust them too much. Understand the difference between a model that you own and a model that you don't own. Every time you send data over there, you don't own the data anymore. So this is one of the big problems with these models. The code that you write, when you use an external model to help you writing this code, you are also sharing your code with this external company, and then you don't own the code anymore. Also, the model is overgrown in many ways, and the biggest challenge to me as a computer scientist at this point is to try to get you all to learn how to code so that you can understand what the model is producing. It's a bit tricky because you don't need to learn how to code anymore, because the model can do it for you. But if you don't know what it is it's doing, you are not able to judge what it's producing. So if it's saying something wrong, you need to have learned how to code to spot it. And so for people, for the generation before you, they have the chance of knowing how to code because those models weren't there. So they learn how to code, and now they use the model, but they can still understand how it's being produced. The challenge now for you guys is, how do you reach that level of maturity in code understanding without, even though you don't actually need to learn how to write this code in the first place because the model are spitting them out for you. So this is really, for me, as a prof, my challenge.
Thank you.